Greetings, everyone. This is Aurora, and I'm here. It is still the 25th of March, 2022, around past 7 p.m. And this message is pretty important after the last reveal, because the more truth is coming out, the more the terrorists are now starting to actually show face. So, just for everyone to know, while I was in BCGC, a little girl called Gabby attacked and beat me up one time. And it was a time where I was just, for the first time ever, standing my ground, because I was always also the scapegoat in there. And they had planned to keep me there as long as possible and keep just proliferating wrong information and keep, until they gave me those pills, those tranquilizers, and they, burnt my mom the first day they gave me this pill. And then that's when I started to actually communicate with the people in the grave, because I am that connected with my mother. So my inner divine union now has a lot to do with recapturing my mother's pure love to me after all these years of black magic and manipulation. And that being said, this Gabby girl had mentioned to me once, because they used to kind of, traffic these little girls in there for sexual purposes. And she used to always go to Red. Her boyfriend went in. I don't even know the details, but she said something while I had a session with Melissa Rogers, and I provided a session because no one was there, like the public, representative, whatever they call him, defender. She wasn't on screen. I had a rendezvous. She wasn't there, so I performed the surgery on the phone. I called upon my angels, my archangels, my galactic confederates, da-da-da, and I performed the whole surgery. And that's when I heard thank you, from Team Scorpio, Tatiana, yada, yada, etc. And then whatever they did with the inmates between Samantha, Nottingham, who had 12 siblings, who was adopted, and each one of them represented one of the people out there. Then they sent in the, little Libra girl with a Taurus mom who went to try to kill her mom. Like they tried to, put in there all their criminality, all their sinful thoughts, every projection they've ever had on me. They put it in a lockdown situation. So they locked themselves up through their little minion angel agents with the real me to try to mess me up and convince me through fake psychotherapy that Jesus wants me to accept something that is so absurd. I mean, sorry, Jesus would never want me to accept that all of a sudden I have a fake sister and a fake mom and that they killed my mom. No, Jesus loves me and my mother and my grandmother for who we are and for my shift. That's why he provided me with this power in resurrection. So please, honestly, don't mess and use the name Jesus like the Lynn Craft did to mess up creation, okay? Number 2, she mentioned something about a bomb. She was being, gang, whatever they do in these prisons. And then she said that they fucked me off. They spoke to me in words. And then she told me, that she was going to go to jail for life. And she mentioned something about a bomb. So now that I'm at the level where I can enunciate and speak in words what's going down, they just had a reading here, Cancerian tribe, whatever, that, Aquarius. So, most possibly Pearson is being harassed now by Heather and Ayaquinta, and they're even, threatening to put bombs and stuff like that, which, then they said you got to call the police and inform them. So to the police here, this is no longer a joke. The time for bribery and bullshit is really over. There is no such thing. Facebook is nothing. You get it? It's time to make the grade and, really raise standards here. And I have been trying to get these people arrested for a long time. I've already mentioned about the Cocoa Bar beatdown. I've already told you to investigate. Nobody investigated these people. Even after Ayaquinta was very violent to me on the phone, and Aaron and Partridge heard that, and they're like, we don't want to deal with this. And then they're like, we can't drive you. Someone has to pick you up or whatever. Then, I called, but they're all partners in crime in this. So that's when I last left. And that's where my mother resurrected through my body at, telling me more than once to leave and never come back. So this is a warning, your inmates in relation to my plasma tech, which I know now because in the jail also they had to bring me these like FBI based books to read. And one of them had characters called like Elizabeth and whatever else. And there was a mom and two daughters. They took the two daughters to a like state prison where there was like water down on the floor and rats, and like they wouldn't take care of them. And there was their aunt in there that they beat up or whatever. Then the aunt died and the daughters were taking care of the aunt. And then they decided, when they got the parents to visit this daughter, the two girls, the mom decided to tell them to go to court because they were incriminating and saying that they are witches. Then she said, go to court, say that I taught you this so that they put me in jail instead of you, so I can, because the mom was pregnant apparently. So if they put a pregnant woman in jail, then they won't kill her. So that they did an arrangement, or they killed the mom to have the baby come out. Something like that in the book. So meaning, they tried to say that my mom or something, taught me some, like they call it sorcery or whichever, and then I killed her, whatever they're trying to turn it into, but that's not what it is, okay, at all. So now I've also concluded that this whole scenario was, Andrew had to transmute the whole Michael Sherfan thing. So since BHS came in, and while they were planning with the 911 whatever group, I don't even know, but the ending my mom in Purpura with like, the Hollywood crew, like Julia Roberts, Purpura, Julia didn't die. My mother like had to take the hit, and like then they're trying to say I can't go to the house because this court case was before I ever went back. So by the time I arrived there, they said, oh, she's going to kill her mom because of the emails that David sent. When in fact, when I'm in America, it doesn't matter what programming David put on me. I'm still eating peanut butter and jelly, and I'm going to the ocean, and I'm breathing American oxygen. So I become American anyway. So as an American woman, if I enter my own household and I know that the reason why I initially left was because I was being, extracted blood from and given involuntary stuff, and my mother, and I felt something very fishy going on, is why I left to learn means, which he presented to me, like organic, coconut oil, yoga and homeopathy. So I came to learn all this, and I went to Lebanon and I recreated all the organic grids. I personally went and told them which product to order from the United States. So I recreated all the organic grids over there at more than one store when I went back there. For them to now say I'm fake, please, honestly, for them to create COVID with biological nuclear weaponry. Oh, and then they killed Amy Carlson because she was starting to get interested in nuclear weaponry and study that. I don't even know. However, if she's not dead, because I don't even really know anything anymore. I mean, anything can be fake news. So, next thing. That's about it. That's the story, Morning Glory. So there is no such thing. We're going to have to now, me and my mom, take you all to a land where honey and milk are served, because we don't accept any of this. This is not going to work. So kudos to all. Stand strong. Like, if they put a bomb here at the Oaks, like I'm telling the cops now, I need security. Like, this is no longer funny, because it's just really not funny. Like, just like they blew up AT&T in Nashville, and then they're trying to prove, like, now that I know it's them, because it was under Michael Iaquinta's booking anyway in this, Holiday Inn Express on the South End. And I've been telling the FBI agents in relationship with this explosion in AT&T Nashville, billions of emails. Hello?